Hello and welcome back to my second channel, everyone. Today I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to make the same divider that I just made for my divided Betta tank. If you didn't see me set it up on my main channel, I'll link it down below. But I wanted to do an in-depth, step-by-step how to make the easiest, probably cheapest, best Betta divider or tank divider. It doesn't have to be for a Betta. And for this video, I'm going to go ahead and use this tank as the demonstration because I don't have another empty tank, and this you should never use for a Betta or any fish. But I'm just going to use it for the purposes of showing you how to do it. What you're going to need is a tape measure or a ruler. I'm using an x-acto knife, but you can just use scissors and a drill of some sort, or you can use the x-acto knife, but no matter what, just make sure you're careful. And these are optional. These are suction cups. I got these for like $3 at a craft store, and I'll show you what they're for later. You may or may not need them, but they're always good to have. And then what we're making the divider out of is this right here. It's a plastic curated sheet, and you can get this from pretty much any craft store. I don't know if they sell it at like Walmart and stuff like that, but it's only $4 to $5. And as you can see, I already made one divider, and it could definitely make probably 2 or 3 more. And most dividers that are already pre-made cost around $10 each. So if you put that in perspective, you're saving quite a bit of money. So the first step is to go ahead and measure your tank. Now, you need to remember that most tanks have some sort of inner rim around the top, and you want to make sure that the divider, you're not measuring to that rim, but you're measuring to the inside, to where the glass is, all the way up against the glass from side to side. So basically, I'm not going to measure from here to here. I'm going to measure from the glass to the other side of the glass. And that's a very important step, because if you don't measure it correctly and you cut it wrong and you put it in there incorrectly, the Bettas will get to each other. You just take your measuring tape or your ruler, whatever, and try to do this one-handed, measuring from side to side. Because this doesn't have a thing on it, I'm just gonna measure like this. All right, so as you can see right there is 4 3/4 of an inch. So when I initially cut this board, I'm going to cut it at 5 inches just to make sure I have enough, because you don't want to waste this. You don't want to cut pieces that are too small and go over and over and over again. So to make it easy, I'm going to measure 5 inches. Now I need to measure the other side real quick. So it's about 6 1/4 inches. I'm going to cut it 6 1/2 inches again, so that there's more and I can cut off some. So now I need to draw out 5 inches by 6 1/2. So I'm going to take the measuring tape. All right, and as you can see, it's a very faint line, but I will be able to see it when I cut it. Now I need to cut it by 5 inches. The measurement of 5 inches by 6 1/2 inches, and I'm just going to go ahead and cut out this piece now. So as you can see, this is my divider. Here's the tank. And as you can see, like that, it is a little bit too big. Now, the good thing about this board is that there are lines. I don't know if you can see them on the camera. Up there, you kind of can. But this way, when I line it up, I can actually look at what line I need to cut along to make it smaller. It should fit very snug in here. You have to be able to apply some pressure to make it go in, because you want it to be as tight as possible, all the way up against the glass, all the way to the bottom. I'm gonna go ahead and adjust this so it's all the way down. So now that I know that it fits, the next steps are going to be to either push it all the way down and cut off the excess on the top, or if you want to put holes in it, you don't have to, but you do need to have a filter on either side of the divider. If you want to put holes in it, this is just one way to put holes in it, but if you have a drill that can just go right through it, that's obviously a lot easier, a lot cleaner. But I just kind of put it in, and then I twist it. This hole, as you can see, there's extra like plastic and stuff. I will be cutting that out because I do need to clean it up, but I don't want there to be little plastic pieces that end up floating in the water that one of the fish get. And then eventually you'll have a bunch of holes in the divider. Either with holes or without, you're just gonna put it in there. You want it to be as snug as possible. You want to get it all the way down to the bottom of the tank, not on top of the gravel or anything, because eventually the fish on either side could dig that out and swim under and get to the other fish. Then once it's to the bottom, make sure you put the gravel and dirt all up against the side. Once that happens, the divider should be very secure in place. But if you want to add extra protection and make sure that the divider is not able to be moved by the fish, you can use these little suction cups and remove this metal piece. And then you can go ahead and just stick one on either side of the divider in a few different places, probably like one on either side at the top and then maybe like at the bottom. As you can see, now it is really not moving at all. If you're worried about seeing the suction cups, you can always put plants around it to hide it better, but it's better to maybe see a few suction cups than have your fish get to the other side and attack the other. But that's how you make a DIY aquarium tank divider. It's probably the cheapest option. It is a very good option, very sturdy, and it's safe for your tank. So hopefully this helped you out. Hopefully you're able to make some dividers for your tanks, whether it be Betta tanks or whatever. Also, try not to make the holes too big, just because you do have smaller tank mates. You don't want them to be able to go through, and holes aren't necessary, but you do need to have a filter on either side of the divider. Don't forget to check out my main channel, my other videos on here, my Instagram at planet.fishness. And other than that, I'll see you guys tomorrow with a new video. Bye.